All right, welcome back to Hot Topics TV, everybody. Just go ahead and hit that subscribe button and click the bell next to the subscribe button so you're notified every time a new video goes up on Hot Topics TV. If it's hot, we're on it. All right. Now, I woke up this morning and I got a notification that said 3 suspects were arrested and charged in the young Dolph shooting. Everybody started going frantic. Damn, they caught them already? Wow, I wonder if somebody snitched them out. All that stuff. I am here to actually clear the air and clear the confusion, right? So let's get to it. 3 people, straight out of the Memphis news, 3 people are facing charges after a man was shot next door to the memorial honoring Memphis rapper Young Dolph Thursday afternoon. Before I go any further, let me just say, these 3 are dumb as a box of rocks. I'm sorry, they are. A shooting just happened in this location, and you went back to the same location the very next day to try to commit another shooting murder in the same spot. You know, they say there are a lot of stupid people in prison. There are a lot of innocent people in prison as well, but there are a lot of people in prison that charted their own way there and had nobody else to blame but themselves. Anywhere else, you could have gotten at your ops, but why right there? It goes deeper. So Memphis police has said that these 3 people are Terrence Jones, he's 23 years old. Another one called Travis McQueen, he's 22 years old. And Jalen Nelvis, he is 19 years old. And they were all arrested, and all 3 of them have been charged in connection to the shooting. It happened at the Family Dollar on Airway Boulevard next to Makeda's Cookies, where 36-year-old Young Dolph was gunned down on Wednesday. Their incident took place on Thursday. So people were setting up a vigil. The victim was visiting a vigil when 3 to 4 men drove up and fired a shot from the back seat, striking the victim in the leg. They fled the scene in a gray Nissan Versa. All right, now that we're at the gray Nissan Versa part, we can clear something else up. For one, these are not the guys that are thought to be responsible for the Young Dolph shooting. These are the guys that are thought to be responsible for the shooting of the individual who was attending the vigil. You know, Dolph lost his life right here, so people kind of they boarded up the front of the store because the glass were shot out, and then, you know, people spray painted on the board, paper chaser, Young Dolph, rest in peace, and they left a whole bunch of flowers and teddy bears and all that stuff. It's a vigil. People were passing by to pay their respects, to go see where the young legend lost his life at. And it was out here, while on one of those kinds of missions, that this person's ops rolled up on him right next door. If you look at the picture, you will see where Makeda's Cookies is located, and you will see right next door to it where the dollar store or Dollar General is located. I don't know if it's I think it's a Family Dollar, not a Dollar General, but you get my point. So officers actually followed the vehicle, the Nissan Versa that they left the scene in. Officers followed the vehicle until it crashed at an intersection of Kerr Avenue and Mississippi Boulevard. Now, according to the reports, the suspects are accused of throwing the guns from the vehicle as they were attempting to run from police. So the vehicle crashed, they led the police on a chase, they jumped out when it crashed, they threw their guns away and they ran. They were chased and they were caught. Police said that they recovered 4 handguns, and they uncovered that the vehicle was previously stolen from the Appling Farm police station. Wow, from the Appling Farm police station. They get no dumber than this. Not only are you riding in a stolen vehicle, but you're riding in a stolen vehicle that was stolen from a police station. It gets no dumber than that. And then you go to do a shooting right next door to where a murder had just occurred the day before. It gets no dumber than that. All 3 suspects are charged with aggravated assault, evading arrest, 3 counts of prohibited weapon, 2 counts of reckless endangerment, theft of property, and unlawful carrying or possession of a weapon. The police say that there is no indication that this shooting incident is related to the murder of young Dolph. I don't know. This looks kind of shaky because either they're really stupid or they really are connected to what happened the day before at young. We have never heard. Listen, we have never heard of a shooting right here in this location before. So how come suddenly a high-profile murder goes down right there, and someone is either slow or brave enough to try to do the same thing the very next day in the same spot? Makes no sense. My scenario is, I think that someone is connected there. One of these 3 dudes, or all 3 of them, knows what happened to Dolph there the day before. They also knew that this particular person was going to go there to pay his respects. They rolled upon him there, and it's like, I'm going to kill you right where we killed your homie at. That kind of a stuff. You heard what I said? I'm going to kill you right where we killed your homie at. Like that. So with that being said, I want you to understand that the 3 persons are not considered to be the suspects that are in the other video where you see them holding a rifle and a handgun and shooting into Makeda's with Dolph's Corvette parked right beside them outside. These are not the same people. Law enforcement has said that these are not the same people. In the meantime, young Dolph's, I should say his wifey or his life partner, she broke her silence on young Dolph's death on Thursday. And she wrote on her Instagram, she says, the question is, how am I ever going to tell my babies that daddy is never coming home? Damn, that's sad. She added, she said, God, give me strength. Adolph, I love you with all my heart and soul. While writing on another slide, she said, thank you to everyone for all of your prayers, love, support, messages. I may not see all of them, but when my eyes are not full of tears, I catch a few. Nonetheless, all the genuine positive vibes, energy, and prayers are welcome because Lord knows I need it. And of course, authorities are encouraging anyone with information about this young Dolph shooting incident to call their Crime Stoppers number at 901-528-CASH. So apparently, I'm sure there's a cash reward up for this. If I was his estate or the person in charge of his estate, I'd put up $1 million bankroll out there and see if we can catch somebody. The white Mercedes-Benz now, my condolences goes out to her first before I say anything else. He left behind his 2 children and he also left behind his lady, right? Now, the white Mercedes-Benz that was released as the suspect's getaway car, that white Mercedes-Benz is connected to the people who are thought to be the shooters of young Dolph. It is thought to be their getaway car. Now, you gotta understand, if you zoom into this and look closely at the car, you can obviously see on the passenger side, it's a 2-door white Mercedes-Benz with dark tinted windows. And if you zoom in to the right side, passenger side, you can see over the wheel well, and on that side of the car, there looks to be some type of damage to it. Somebody knows who drives this car. Somebody other than the people who used it to do this killing. But like I said on my other video before this one, more than likely, this vehicle itself is stolen as well. And it's probably either sitting in the bottom of a lake somewhere, or they drove it out to some fields somewhere and torched it or something. I can't help but to think they would have been smart enough to try some kind of measures to get rid of this vehicle, especially now that it's all over the place. My prayers and sympathy goes out to his woman and his children that are left behind Ari and Trey, the name of his 2 kids, and his partner, who is Mia J. Man, this is sad. I heard Charlemagne the God said yesterday, first I heard the comedian, the African comedian, he said, why are we keep on dishonoring our ancestors by taking each other's lives? And then I heard Charlemagne the God say, Dolph didn't have to be there, which I also said the same thing. He didn't have to be there. He wanted to be there. He wanted to stay there to inspire people, to help people, to give people a helping hand, to show the youths that, hey man, you don't have to go out there and do it another way that's going to put you in prison for 25 years or the rest of your life. You don't have to get it by a gun. You don't have to be in a trap, right? The music might say one thing, but that's entertainment. You can get it another way on a corporate level. Flip this music, do it an entrepreneurial way. Everybody knows he was a giving, kind, caring person. Many people spoke of him in that way. Hundreds of people turned out just to see the spot where it all went down at. If he was a nobody in that city, nobody would have cared. Nobody would have turned out like that. And it definitely wouldn't have been a big crowd out there with everybody in the crowd saying good things about him. So obviously, he's a powerful force within the city that was taken away. Why do we continue to do this to each other? Is it okay? So it's justified then that when you make money, separate yourself from your people. Go live somewhere with those other people. You're probably much safer there. I'm going to leave this one right here. I hope I cleared up all the confusion for you, and I'll catch you on the next video. It's SoFlo TV over here on Hot Topics TV. I'm out. Peace.